For nearly all places around the country, killing weeds in March, April, May, June, whatever month you think you should be doing it in, might be completely right for you and completely wrong for someone else. And that's because the month almost has no play whatsoever outside of, I guess, the sunlight. June, there's way more sun in the sky than there is in March. As frustrating as it might be, the best time to kill weeds has to do completely with soil temperatures and air temperatures. And that's because various weeds come out of the ground at different soil temperature zones. And the type of herbicide that you use really only works when you've got nice, sunny, warm days. You can't be super duper hot and it can't be super duper cold. Typically, if you're seeing weeds in the lawn before your grass is growing, you probably have winter weeds. Those are weeds that germinated in the fall. Assuming they're annuals, they're near the end of their life cycle. So you're going to want to hit them really early if you want to have any chance whatsoever at stopping them from reseeding. The problem with hitting them early is that outside air temperatures are usually cold in the month of March. So unless you get lucky and you have a nice warm weekend where it gets up into the 60s, where you could apply a normal, just store-bought herbicide, then your only good option is to put down an iron head-to product, which is an iron that is chelated in such a way that it will kill dicot plants. Dicot plants are usually the weeds that we see in our lawns. Not always, but usually. Iron head-to is not the strongest product to put down at all, but it does have some efficacy. It does work some at low temperatures. At bare minimum, you could apply it early in the season and stunt the growth of the weeds that are there so that you could either kill them later with a real herbicide or just assume that you're going to have less weed pressure in the following year. Now, if you live in a southern climate like I do, I'm out in a t-shirt right now. It's beautiful weather. In weather like this, I could apply basically any herbicide that any of you have in the garage or any of you could find in a local home and garden store. The weather right now is borderline 70 degrees. It's perfect. The ideal time to kill weeds that are in the lawn is when soil temperatures are high enough that the weeds are actively growing, but also when it's warm enough for the herbicide to actually be effective. So if you live in a colder climate and April rolls around and you're seeing your air temperatures get up towards 70 and you've got some early season dandelions and clover or anything else in the lawn, then you can go out there with your 3-way and 4-way herbicides and attack them then. You don't want to do it early, even though you might see them if the temperature is too low. Now, around the March and April timeframe, you're also going to be putting down a weed pre-emergent. That's a product that's going to stop the summer weeds from germinating in the spring. That you're going to want to put down on the lawn when soil temperatures are around 55 degrees. Southern states, that's going to be more in the February to March timeframe. Northern states, it's going to be more in the late March to April timeframe. So if you're killing weeds around that time of year, then you're not actually preventing the weeds that you're going to be seeing in June, July, and August. So if you don't put down a weed preventative in the month of March and April, then you're also going to have to come back and kill off summer weeds, or at least you'll have to choose whether or not you're going to kill off summer weeds before summer happens, because once temperatures get too high, the vast majority of herbicides and grass types don't want that herbicide to be put on them. The herbicide doesn't work as well on the weeds when temperatures are above 85 degrees, above 90 degrees especially, and some grass types will get stressed out to the point where the herbicide will start damaging the grass. So if you don't put a pre-emergent down now, then you're also going to have to come back late May, early June on a cooler weekend, again sunny, and everything needs to be dry, and apply your weed killer at that point. Truly, the best course of action is to apply a weed pre-emergent early in the season, and then if you're not overseeding grass seed in the fall, put a pre-emergent down again in the fall. That way next year, you pretty much never have to kill weeds. And that's basic tips on weed management in March, April, May, June, kind of that spring time frame. But the rest of the spring lawn care tips, I got 10 of them here in row, in order. Watch those next if you want to learn more about spring lawn care.